down. Give me 25 push-up now.
Good evening and happy Friday. It is I, Doomed Ones, the Knight in Yellow. How are we doing this evening? Sorry for the late start, but I had a case of... Hold on, wait for it. That's what I had a case of today. I was not feeling good when I was right before I was supposed to start. So sorry about that. So I don't know if we're going to be doing the movie tonight, but obviously we're not doing Night Rain. Couldn't get the folks together today to do that. So we're starting our new stream. Rogue Trader Warhammer. Hey, Sykes! Before you and Vlad you guys need to get checked. I have been checked so much throughout my life. And you know what we have discovered? Absolutely jack shit. But how are you doing today, Sykes? Most we can figure out is that it's just typical IBS, which sucks. It could happen to me anytime. It's horrible. But yeah, that's a little bit different than Valerian's issue. Valerian, she can't go when I go too much. We need to split the difference. Yeah, just a pizza and chicken tenders. Hey, I make sure my diet is good at least. But yeah, we're getting into the RPG of Warhammer. Sykes, so you should be... this should be somewhat similar to your Kingmaker. We are going to embark on the path of becoming a rogue trader in the universe of Warhammer. Maybe that's the problem, good diet? I don't know. Well, I mean, like, I think there actually is a Warhammer thing called Kingmaker too, but no, this is Rogue Trader. But yeah, it's an RPG. We're going to make our character now. I already have some ideas on what they're going to be. The title of this video will become apparent fairly quickly. Yeah. So let's take a look at settings real quick. I don't think there's any thing I really have to do. I played it a little... Wait, what? What do you mean, no? Ooh, accessibility. Oh, now we're good on this. I already did all this, so we are good. Let us... I saw the title. Oh, yeah. Dommy Mommy for the Emperor. Let's start our new game. We're going to go... Let's see, main story. Yep, we don't have the DLCs for this game just yet. Now, this is, I forget what studio, Owl something studio. And I hear their normal is kind of for real. So we're just going to go with a story mode. I think we can adjust it as the game goes on. If it becomes a little bit too easy. I want that so I can use all the cool weapons. Not, you know, what is the meta of the game. So we'll go with story for now. And we are, of course, going to customize our own character. But let's take a look at who we can be. Okay, so this is an officer in Astra Militarum. That's Hecata. Darius, it looks like he has the crime lord outfit here. And, let's see, Bahadur, who is in the Commissar's outfit. Well, we might be revisiting the Commissar in a few minutes. But let's get going. Can't see the character, sadly. Oh, yeah. I see the problem. Because, yeah. Crap. That's bad. That means that Yakuza was a little bit fucky, too. Yeah, because of the way of... let me look at the display capture real quick. But because of the way of what... what's it called? Warhammer... A Dawn of War is... I had to increase the aspect ratio on my display capture, otherwise it would just be goofy as hell. Oh, I don't like hearing that's what the display looked like in my Yakuza on yesterday, but oh well. Okay, so we'll go back over them. Hecata, Darius, the crime lord, and Bahadur, the commissar. But we're gonna make our own. Next, let's go to appearance. Now, this is a pretty fun thing. You could obviously hear your character portraits that you could use, or you could import a custom portrait. But we're not going to do that. Let's take a look at what we got going on here. We got that was Hikata. I think this is Bahadur, and this is our female commissar. And I think that's what we're going to go with. I am feeling very strongly going with the commissar. But let's take a look at the other ones. We got male commissar here. Woman crime lord. Dude crime lord. Okay, so that's another Astra Militarum officer. Here we have a type of noble. I kind of dig the hair. Just going all for it in with the... Oh! Hello there, underlings. Oh. Another noble. Oh, or wait, are these? Okay, that's the noble, or are these the naval? Okay, these two are the naval officers. Hey there, Bank Bro. So these are the two naval officers. No, this is a naval officer too. Okay, two nobles, two naval officers. Got it. Oh, pet the kitty. I will go find her in a moment. Once we go through the list of the pictures of the people that we could be. Here we have a woman priest, a dude priest, I think. Now this looks like another noble kind of character. And what are you supposed to be? I'm not sure who these guys are supposed to be. Oh, another cool noble lady. I like this one, actually, quite a bit. She's got all the servitor skulls floating around her head. Now, I guess that's would be another Astra Militarum dude? Or are these pirates? I don't know. I'm losing track of who is who in here. There's some fun options. Ooh, now we have these psychers. Yes. The magic users of the Warhammer universe. And another, I guess, maybe naval officer? Who do we want to be? Let's take a look at this one real quick. I don't know. You know what? For some reason, since we're going off of a Dommy Mommy kind of vibe, I think dark hair is more appropriate. Let me go find a kitty and give her a little pet scratch real quick. Oh, yes, and kitty pics in the kitty pic section of my Discord. Do that. I want to see. My kitty was easy to find today. She has retaken up her residence on her lazy boy. Okay, I think we'll go with this. We could always change it later. Well, I don't know if we could change it later, but... let's see here. Okay, so two kinds of models. Dude and woman. Ooh, change the face up. Let's see. Yeah, we're going with a girl today. Because if I was to play myself in the Warhammer universe, I would probably take the librarian of some kind of a Space Marine chapter. Because I got the whole Spell Knight thing going on. But that's not an option for a character in this game. Yeah, you could be a psyker, but that's a little too pure wizardy for my taste. Okay, she's got to look a little PO'd. So we got to find a good, pissed off looking gal. She's going to be a Dommy Mommy, so she can't look pleased with what people have done. She has to be pissed off. And that's okay. We might go with number 7 there. Actually, let's take a look at the portrait. Oh, I guess we can't. So we'll go with 7. Couple different body types. Average, a little thicker, and thin. I think we'll I think we'll go with average here. She's a commissar. She has it a little bit better than other people. She's not forced into hunger. Skin tone. Wow, that's like neon right there, but it is kind of closer to her portrait. Hair. I kind of like this. I like just, this is the default that comes with that portrait, I believe. Hair color. We're gonna go with dark. Ooh, here we go. Really pissed off eyebrows. I think that's a little much. She's gonna be a little bit more subtle than that. There we go. I kind of like this. Let's play around with the other kind of pissed off eyebrows. And the way those eyebrows go all the way up like that, that's killing me a little bit. Nope, too happy looking. She's a commissar. She's a hard lady. She has to make some brutal ass decisions sometimes. Tattoos. We're not going to make her exactly like her image. I don't want to do that. Like, I think like this is probably closest to the image, but we're not necessarily going for that. I want to see what the option... Wow! We have some... I think there is something I want to go for, but where is it? Is it under appearance? Yeah, let's give her an Aquila. For those that don't know, the Aquila is the double-headed eagle that is the sign of the Imperium. So I feel that it would be appropriate for her to have this on her. Augments. Ooh. We have some fun options here. There is a part of me that just wants to get her all tubed up like crazy. Though I was playing around with Character Creator earlier, I kind of dig the metal forehead. And I could also give her a metal, like a brass jaw as well. Where is it? Okay, that's the brass nose. Like, if there was a better tube options to have that coming out of her, like the side of her head into her neck or something, we would probably go with that. But that's not really an option. I know there's a jaw one. There we go. We can give her a brass, brass forehead and a brass jaw. We can't go in further than that, though. She's been in some battles. She's had to have some replacements done. But she is still ever loyal to the Emperor.
I'll see you destroyed.
That's pretty good. Let's see what pious sounds like. I don't know if she's going to be that pious.
I always keep my options open.
Macro cannons. Open fire.
Okay, I like that. Have we come up with a name yet, though?
Challenges make the spoils that much sweeter.
She's not gonna... Ooh, let's see what... Wait. There's daring male, mad female, mad male, but there is no daring female voice?
Done and done.
That's kind of a bummer.
All hands, prepare for acceleration.
Alright, well, that's what it's gonna be. Homeworld. Now, I do know that there is a really good setup you could have for characters based on, you know, homeworld, origin, and whatnot. This feeds into the meta. That's why we're just going with story mode. Ooh, outfit settings. What are those? Clothes not yet available. Ooh, but we can customize color scheme. That's fun. Let's see. Voidborn. Voidborn are people who are born in space. Oh wait, no, Death World is the first one. On Death World, the plants, beasts, and sometimes even the environment itself takes aggressive and destructive forms, inimical to human life. Whilst exceptionally difficult to colonize, many Death Worlds possess valuable resources that require an outpost or other human presence upon the planet's surface to. Excuse me, I got the hiccups for a second there. To harvest. These harsh environments result in some of the hardiest and most resilient populations in the galaxy. Those tested and found wanting die young. So yeah, human life, not worth a whole lot in the Warhammer universe. Not worth a lot at all. And actually, to a certain extent, the Imperium keeps like a Death Worlds around just so that they can get some Space Marines from them, because they're like the baddest badasses around before they even get their augments on. Voidborn. Voidborn are humans birthed in the belly of a void vessel aboard an ancient orbital satellite. Those who live their lives on void ships become inured to some extent due to the reality-altering process of warp travel, and to living in low or zero gravity environments in many cases. In many cases, their features are drawn in their skin pallid. They may even have minor deformities or a strangeness to their speech, gait, or general appearance that sets them apart from others. So their willpower is high, their intelligence is high, but they can't throw a rock. And these are some of the abilities that you get. Bloody Mess. Anytime a Voidborn character scores a critical hit, there's a 10% chance of to double the damage. Ooh. Well, well, we might come back to Voidborn. Let's see. I think. Well, actually, yeah, we should take a look at some of the stats that we get. Let's look at Death World. Strength. Strength represents how physically strong. That's pretty obvious. It affects the damage characters can inflict melee weapons and allows them to lift heavier objects. For each point of a strength bonus, characters deal plus 5% more damage with one-handed weapons and plus 10% more damage with two-handed weapons. Toughness. Toughness defines how easy a character can shrug off pain, as well as how easily they can resist toxins, poisonous environments, diseases, and other physical ailments. It increases the chance of resisting negative effects. Any amount of characters' wounds for each point. Okay, so how strong they are, how ability they can take, how many times they can take hits. Agility measures the character's quickness, reflexes, and poise. High agility allows the character to manipulate delicate explosives with finesse or to keep their footing when crossing treacherous terrain. It improves the character's initiative, dodge chance, and reaction. If a character uses a melee weapon, their dodge reaction is equal to half of their agility. All right. Intelligence measures the character's acumen, reason, and knowledge. For each point of intelligence bonus, characters deal plus 5% more damage with non-burst ranged area attacks. It also affects the lore Imperium, lore warp, or lore Xenos, logic, Medicare, and tech use. Ooh. And fellowship. This one's the one I care about because commissars, I believe, really need good fellowship. Represents the character's ability to interact with other creatures, to deceive, charm, or befriend them. High fellowship will help the character find a way to approach a gathering of unsociable servants, or to effortlessly make deals with treacherous merchants. Ooh. And we got the talents. Well, the thing is, this comes to origin. I feel like they should do the origin first, because this is your class right here. So we may do this one first, and then we'll see what we need. So, Astra Militarum, commonly known as the Imperial Guard, is the primary fighting force of the Imperium, and a first-line of defense from the myriad threats that endanger the existence of humanity in the 41st millennium. You have served as one of the commanders of the Astra Militarum Regiment, commanding thousands and winning battles in the name of the God Emperor. Similarly, we have the Commissar. I do not like her hat. She is not going to be wearing it because her hair is not showing. Let's take a look at this, though. Ooh, colors. Yeah, no helmet for you. Your hat is dumb. Or I guess we could just have her running around naked. Show base outfit headwear? What? Oh, okay, so we're gonna get another helmet later on. And her base backpack. Yeah, I don't believe she has one, but we'll show it when it gets there. What kind of color? Black, dark red, another dark red. It's hard to really tell the distinction between the two of them. Or we could just go with straight up black. Which I think we are going to go with. But yeah, Commissar or of the Officio Perfectus are ruthless officers charged with maintaining the morale, discipline, and fighting spirit of their Astra Militarum regiment. You used to be one of these faithful servants of the God Emperor, a living symbol of imperial authority, regarded with a mix of fear and awe by their subordinates. So yeah, when I say that they're in charge of maintaining the morale, discipline, and fighting spirit of their Astra Militarum guys, that doesn't mean to say that they're in making sure they're all healthy and like reasonably tempered and like happy with how things are going on. It more along the lines means, oh, you don't want to fight or you're having issues? Well, I have a bullet for you to fix that problem. So yeah, they're, like I said, human life is, like, costs absolutely nothing in the 41st millennium. And soldiers aren't worth a lot. They're, basically, it's probably worth more for them to catch a bullet than anything else. It's like, hey, you absorb one bullet. I mean, that's pretty valuable, actually. That's one less bullet the enemy can hit. It can, attack the Empire with. But let's take a look at the other ones. Ooh, kind of like that, though. The Empyrean services and prospers in no small part due to the narrowness of its vision. But a rebellious mind and will such as yours could not be so easily constrained. The dark paths of smugglers and renegades that wind behind the facade of the Imperium Society offer a dangerous refuge for those unwilling to bow to the law. You used to be one of these dangerous yet resourceful individuals. Awareness, logic, perception, and skill. Ugh. Excuse me. So yeah, this one would probably be a good choice if you're going for like the heretic route. But we're going to be a loyalist in this game. Ministorum Priest. I was close to picking this one. But I didn't because you couldn't be a member of the Sororitas. You're kind of like close to that, but it doesn't really do it for me. And we do get a Sororitas in this game, so... Oh well, so we'll be a Commissar instead. The Ecclesiarchy, known formally as the Adeptus Ministorum, is a vast institution that oversees the galaxy-spanning religion of the Imperium. The Ecclesiarchy complex hierarchies of cardinals, missionaries, preachers, and zealous laity ensure the prescribed prayers and invocations are made, all while instructing the masses to guard against heresy and deviancy. You used to be one of those fiery and charismatic individuals concerned with keeping a close watch on the congregation. The Imperial Navy is responsible for the fleets of void ships that assert the dominance of the Imperium amid the stars and fulfill other duties connected to the void and warp travel. He used to be the naval officer and commander of a void ship, hardened in numerous battles and famous for resounding victories. I was also close to picking this one, but I feel like that's too close. We're going to be a rogue trader in this game. We'll explain what that is, but quickly right now, a rogue trader is kind of like a explorer who already has a void ship, so I wanted something a little bit more fish out of water. Like a naval officer would already kind of, I feel, know what's kind of going on in space. I want someone who's a little bit newer to it. A noble. High nobility of the Imperium are enormously privileged and powerful elite, a breed apart from the common masses that they rule. You grew into adulthood upon a pedestal of affluence and grandeur that towered high above the common masses. You expected their obedience and lived upon the fruits of their toil surrendered to your family in solemn fealty. I think nobles are cool, but I wanted somebody like a rogue trader is a high level individual in the Imperium. Like, I feel like a noble is like the highest level individual you could feasibly get to be like to force to be a rogue trader. And I know you're kind of forced into this role. I mean, it's a great role to be in as a rogue trader. You're one of the richest, most powerful people in the Imperium. But I mean, a noble is like not that far below them, to be honest. It's like 2 steps below, maybe. I wanted something a little bit more dramatic than that. A sanctioned psyker. Psykers are feared and distrusted, but are nonetheless valuable assets to the Imperium. The role of the Adeptus Astra Telepathica is to recruit, identify, and classify those found to possess psychic abilities. The most powerful who somehow survive the rigorous sanctioning rituals are selected to serve on the battlefield. The mind of a sanctioned psyker is steeled against the manifold dangers risked by wielders of warp powers. Excuse me one sec. You are one of those found worthy to serve humanity and have miraculously survived the perils of the warp. Note. Damaging psyker powers count as weapon attacks, counting towards the okay, so this is just like a, hey, you make sure you think about gun modifiers when you're doing this. Toward normal attack, let me return. Blah, blah, blah. Well, we're not picking a psyker. We're not going to be them. But a psyker would be an interesting choice. Because psykers can have a decent or absurdly short and tragic life in the Warhammer universe. You could be used as sacrifice to feed the God Emperor, or you can get some really cool privileges. And let's see, it doesn't actually say, yeah, it doesn't really say what your situation was going to be. I think it would have been kind of neat if you're like, oh, you were about to be sacrificed, but then we found out that since a rogue trader is a hereditary role, it would have been kind of neat. They're like, oh shit, we almost sacrificed an important person. But I don't know what's going on there. So yeah, we're going to go back to our commissar. Let's see, weapon skills and fellowship appear to be important. Coercion and athletics. Duty, oh, let's look at the talents. Duty and honor, while the commissar's ally is under effects. So yeah, these guys are sort of the bards, even though like their bardic inspiration is, I'll shoot you if you don't do what I tell you. Yeah, summary execution. If the commissar kills the target with at all costs, they can use at all costs once more this combat for 0 AP. Show them contempt. While the commissar is adjacent to an enemy, all their allies gain bonus to resolve. Motivation. Anytime the commissar grants additional movement points to an ally, they get plus 2 movement points. All right. Or the Emperor, when your momentum is less than 100 points at all costs, grants plus. Okay, that's a thing. All right. We got coercion. Characteristic modifiers plus 10. So coercion and fellowship appear to be really important. Yes, fellowship and agility go up. Agility might be good for a hive world. Let's look at Voidborn. Not so intelligent. Not so important. I mean, that's right. Imperial world. Ooh. So, okay, so we got humanities, fitness. Oh yeah, we didn't finish reading these. So yeah, let's go back. A hive world's population is so dense that great swaths of the surface of the world are frequently covered in gargantuan cities, bejeweled with towering spires that pierce the atmosphere. Hive worlds are vital to the welfare of the Imperium and are the beating heart of its economy and war machine. They produce munitions for the Emperor's armies in vast manufactories, mine valuable minerals, and refine fuel for the Imperial Navy. Innumerable regiments of the Astral Militarum are raised from their massive populations as well. Hive worlds suck. They're basically, yeah, like they're a planet that's been turned into an entire city scoured of all life. Now everything is concrete and steel. and it's a terrible place for people to live. Gangs rove underneath them like you wouldn't believe. It's not a good place. Forge Worlds. Forge Worlds are the domain of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Entire planets ceded to the demands of the vast macro industries. Each is a manufacturing super complex of unimaginable capacity and power. Over the millennia, different Forge Worlds have become especially renowned for their their philosophies or ways of war. These are often colored by the technologies. They specialize in manufacturing. The bulk of a Forge World's population is utilized as a labor force, while the fortunate few may be inducted into the ranks of the Adeptus Mechanicus itself. So, worse than Hive Worlds are Forge Worlds. Get to fucking work is the thing. You probably don't even have a place to live. You probably live in the factory itself. If you're lucky, you may even have a mat to sleep on while you live in that factory. Not a good place to be. Oh. But yeah, another intelligence, toughness, fellowship. Oh, so we don't care. This is not the class, the home world for us. Imperial World. An Imperial World is one of the million planets united by the belief of the Imperial God Emperor. Hailing from hyper-technological societies to grimy feudal populations, the inhabitants of the countless worlds offer fealty and devotion to the Master of Humanity and to the Imperial Creed espoused by his servants. The designation Imperial World encompasses a vast array of wholly dissimilar worlds that are nevertheless part of the Imperium. Doing my part, ready to serve, prepared to die. No heresy, stronger together. All odds, including Xenos in the current party game. Ah, that seems like this is going to be a good for a Barty-like character. But let's take a look at Fortress World. Ooh, perception and willpower go up. Fortress Worlds are planets where the entire populace is immersed in warfare. They constantly train for the day that they may be called upon to defend the Imperium. Charge they solemnly uphold. Fortress Worlds are established as bulwarks against the enemy. Every citizen is a soldier trained to fight from the moment they can handle a weapon. So yeah, willpower might be pretty good, but I'm thinking Imperial World might be the best for our Commissar. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, Imperial World. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, we already got this. Oh, I know that there is I guess that would be a DLC. There is a Judge Dredd-esque character that I really considered as well. But then I was like, I don't know if I just want to play a game where I cosplay as Judge Dredd the entire time. That didn't seem like it was it for me, what I really wanted to do. So yeah, we didn't do that. Ooh, Imperial World. Oh, we can get increased toughness, strength. Oh, we get to pick one of these. And select NK, except for weapon skill or ballistic skill. Well, Commissar's really... We might have, like... Would it be a good idea to focus in one thing? Like, you know, D&D? Or would it be better to have a more generalist approach? Perception. Agility might be good, because agility is important. And yeah, I'm getting the feeling that initiative would be really good for us. Because we want to get, you know, our buffs out while we can. So I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go with agility here. We don't have a lot of bonuses in there. It's still a useful ability for us. Ooh. You played a key role in exposing conspiracy. Oh, that's where we get a triumph. Your name has become a synonym for loyalty and valor, and your visage has adorned many Imperial Guard propaganda posters. Yeah, you too can have a steel jaw like her. I like this. You get a thing like a triumph, a glorification of some kind. And coercion is good for us anyway. Let's see, you played a key role in exposing conspiracy among your superior officers in the Astra Militarum. But we don't really care for logic. Darkest Hour. Ooh. Ugh. The souls of all who perish in a brutal offenses still haunt your nightmares and torture your soul. We don't feel bad about the people we lost. That just happens. They're replaceable. Falsely accused of cowardice, you are forced to suffer through humiliating a tribunal. Oh, interesting. That's actually kind of fun. It's like, yeah, we did a lot of cool shit, but You were attacked by a group of renegade guardsmen during a mutiny, and you were beaten half to death. You know what? We're gonna go with that one. That makes sense considering the what happens sometimes in the if you're a commissar. Because sometimes if you're too brutal of a commissar, your dudes aren't that happy about it. So you gotta play the game of, okay, I have to maintain discipline, but sometimes they get fed up. Excuse me. Needed to get us a drink real quick. Okay, so skill modifiers. So this will just negate. Our athletics are gonna be minimal. You know, since we're doing that, since we are jacked up, let's see what happens when we look tiny and thin. Yeah, she's gonna be a little bit of a waif of a girl, not very physically imposing. It's all in the voice for her. Okay, archetypes. So yeah, I think officer is like the best you could be as a commissar. This is like bard levels right here. Oh wait, hold on. I want to go back. Wait. Let's take a look. Yeah, we got our warrior types. Warriors are combatants boasting exceptional melee prowess, capable of dealing high damage in close quarters combat and withstanding heavy amounts of damage. They are also excel at drawing enemies' attention from less defended allies. The tank. From what I hear, that's not that good in this game. There's a lot of ranged weapon attacks going on. I hear you can be a really effective psyker warrior, which is cool, but the role-playing aspect of it won't allow me, because I would really want to be a Space Marine for that one. Officers use their willpower and fellowship to improve combat capabilities of their allies, turning them into even greater threats on the battlefield. So yeah, we might have to go, but I think our characteristics, yeah. So we're going to have to boost our willpower once we get there. And we have the option to do that. Yeah, character initiative, that's good. So yeah, then these are classes we get later on. Or I mean extra classes that are only certain of these are available to each of your initial archetypes. So yeah, Vanguard, I can be a Vanguard, a Master Tactician, or a Grand Strategist. Let's take a look at operative. Operatives use intelligence perception to find and exploit weaknesses in the enemy's defenses. None can withstand any attack from withstand an attack from an operative. Core focus, precise single attacks, defense penetration, area buff, consistent firing position. Let's see. A soldier is a master of all ranged weapons. Quickly apply to assume an advantageous position from where they stand ready to rain fire on the enemy. All trained in highly diverse range of arms, a soldier is particularly proficient in blasting targets with burst fire and area weapons. Core focus on movement and ranged attacks, cover, and dodge. All right. Core extra turns, single target buffs, rescuing allies, and momentum. What is momentum? With momentum, your party members can use unique abilities called heroic acts and desperate measures. Ooh. All right, yeah. Next. Wait, hold on. Didn't I get something else? Yeah, this. Voice of command. Okay, first thing, officer forces an ally to fully push themselves, increasing their character. Oh, okay. So these are, I guess our abilities as we level up. And this is what we start at. Okay, so we're... Hold on, let's go back to archetypes. Willpower and fellowship, so let's boost those. And we have available points. We can't go any higher than that. Agility, toughness, strength, ballistic skill. Alright, we're all in. Yeah, I'll put that up to 45. Make it exemplary. Toughness defines how easy characters can shrug off pain. Ooh. Let me see. I'm just reading these right now. I'm not going to read all of it. Ballistic skill. BS skill. I like that. We don't really care about intelligence so much. Toughness... Oh, carouse skill? Skill affected by your toughness. It represents the ability to resist negative effects applied by some poison. Oh. Yeah, our agility is good. I'm not too worried about that. I guess we could get some ballistic skill, have a ranged weapon. I feel like we're going to have like a sword in one hand and a bolter in the other. Character proceeds to turn. Oh, deceitful. Influence conversations. Ooh. I think we're gonna go with that. That helps us talk a little bit, and that goes with our willpower, and fellowship. We're talky girls here. When do I get to pick my name? Sword class frigate. So it's I think this is like a medium size frigate that we start with. Yeah, we get to manage a spaceship in this one. Sword class frigate is a classic void ship design proven in thousands of battles, combining decent firepower, high speed, and respectful survivability. Estimated dimensions: 1.6 kilometers in length. Kilometers in length. Yep, these things are fucking huge. Let's see. The Patient Fortune, no. Oculus Ignis, no. Void Treader. Glamorum Liberata, no. Too Happy. Destiny Hunter. Patient Fortune. Seeker's Haven. Malefactor's Repentance. I kind of like it. When do I get to name my girl, though? Ah. Now, let's see, I doubt we could have our full name on here. But I have one in mind. Dominique? How much more can we get in? Oh! Well, we're just going to go with her first name, but her full name is Dominique Materna. A little play on Dommy Mommy. So, yep, there's the joke and the title right here. We're almost an hour in. It took us that long to get here. Rogue trader background. All right, I think this is everything. Ugh. Anything else? Yeah, we only get one ship to select from, so I don't even know why that's even there. I guess if you have a, you know, like special day one DLC or something like that, you would get to pick this or something different. Sorry if that's my water bottle's making some noise. I just got thirsty really suddenly. All right, you know what? I'm kind of happy with this. We got some weapon skill, we got some ballistic skill, but we're talky girls. Dominique, let's go. Wait, anything else? Let's take a look at the color one more time. Blue, purple, green, or that's yellow. Ooh, I'm kind of digging the yellow, actually. It's a little bit much, but... Nah, I think we're gonna stick with black. I'm so indecisive. Nah, we'll go with this. It makes it pop a little bit more. I wish we could pick a last name, but I don't want them saying Dominique Materna every single time they say my name. Alright. Apply. An hour of character creation, that's probably a little excessive, but you know what? That's what I do. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna take a quick break before we really get going, because it's been about an hour, and I like to get up and walk around. So we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, we're back. Went a little bit longer, just the ad break was going, so I figured, let's wait to get going again till we get back. Press any key. Well, let's go. Yeah. Now, is that supposed to be an Inquisitor? A cleric? I don't know. I don't think we're not on a space marine vessel, so I like how the servitor skulls are just going around. Oh, no hat for me. I didn't want that hat.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Let's see. Choice in dialogue. You are in a dialogue. Here you can learn more about your about current events, influence the character you are speaking to, or even alter the course of the game's narrative. Your character's personal story depends on the dialogue choice you make. Available dialogue options are displayed. Yep, okay. So far, so standard. Let's see. Oh, and here we got a picture of the dude we're talking to. Can we get a better look at him? Yeah, he's one of those dashing rogue kind of guys. He's got the tubes going on, but whatever. And of course, the Emperor of Mankind, or God Emperor, the guide, the ruler of the highest power in which humanity offers their prayers for aid and deliverance. Most would be driven mad with the despair if they knew the truth. Yep, the God Emperor's fucked up on a chair. He's pretty much dead, sort of just barely alive. Let's expand that. So yeah, we got an encyclopedia. So if there's something that we don't understand, because we're still pretty new to Warhammer, we can go into the encyclopedia and figure things out. Yeah, there's a lot here. Let's see. The most would be driven mad with despair if they knew the truth. The divine presence who sits on a golden throne in the heart of the Imperium, towering over his willing servants as their rightful master. He is depicted and worshipped in myriad forms by souls beyond counting. Through his Imperium, mankind is united and remains one of the most powerful, intelligent species in the galaxy. For now. So yes, how do we feel about this guy? Truly awe-inspiring. Frankly, such success can be tiring at times. All this ostentatious luxury, this laughable pretense, it is enough to make one think that the architects meant to compensate rather than glorify. I kind of like that one. Have we met? Do you have a particular reason for disturbing me? Well, we are Dommy Mommies. 5 has its appeal. And you know what? Maybe we'll grow to like the finer things in life. Yes, why are you talking to me, man thing?
My apologies. I did not seek you out to pester you with unwanted attention. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship roguetrader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Good for you. You are very gift. This is a grand gift for you to see someone such as myself. Nah, I don't think she's that high and mighty. You can hover your cursor, but yep, we already got that. So yeah, we can. What is a rogue trader? A subject of the Imperium with a unique hereditary title, a rogue trader is tasked with exploring and exploiting still uncharted regions of the galaxy for the benefit of mankind. This warrants, we're not going to do this every time, but for this, it seems important. Rogue traders are hereditary nobles, the bearers of a sacred warrant of trade that empowers them to roam those worlds of the galaxy that lie beyond the Imperium's control or knowledge. They are free to decide how to react to alien cultures, ancient technologies, new planets, or worlds harboring long-forgotten human civilizations, and are the first and foremost masters of their own fates. So yeah, if there would be a, they're probably one of the highest ranking individuals in the entirety of the Imperium. They outrank, the nobles. I don't know about Space Marines. I mean, like, Space Marines probably don't care about rogue traders. I mean, nobody's gonna really boss a Space Marine around, with the exception of the Emperor or their Primarchs. But yeah, they're up there too. And I was thinking about, like, commissars are cool, but I was like, I'd rather be well, an Astra Militarum lady probably would have been a good choice to have in this game. But other options I would have wanted are an Inquisitor or a member of the Adeptus Mechanicus, be a robotman. Those were something I would have liked. But to be perfectly honest, I could never. A player character is too limited to be able to properly play an Imperium person. I mean, an Inquisitor properly, and probably even an Adeptus Mechanicus boy too. So they kind of made at least an Adeptus Mechanic recruit a character in this game. I know that person exists. So it's nice to see they at least get representation. I would have liked to play it, but I understand why you can't. Like, they have to be played in a very specific way. So, I mean, you either would have to curtail what the player character can actually do and say, or you have a character that's just... You could create a character that just really doesn't represent what an Adeptus Mechanicus is properly. Nope. Yeah, take that, heretic spam bot. Get out of here. An Inquisitor could be interesting, but they're also one of those characters that I don't think even a rogue trader could get an Inquisitor to be like, hey, come work for me if they didn't want to. Inquisitors are massively powerful. Probably even more so than a rogue trader. Oh, they give me a name as Dominique Xanathar, the visionary commissioner of the official Perfectus. Dominique, yep, we're giving them giving him our whole title.
My regards, Commissar. Finding you was a difficult task given your parents' fate and your upbringing in the Schola Progenium. Truly, our meeting is an act of providence, is it not?
Could you have said that more suspiciously? Oh, the Scholar Progenium. Division of the Ecclesiarchy responsible for the upbringing, education, and training of the orphans of those officers and nobles who had died in the service of the Imperium. It is a very, very good private school in the Imperium. Although, if you don't do what your teachers tell you to do, they will kill you. Loyalty is the biggest quality of all in the Imperium.
I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with her ladyship. Bear it with honor.
So yeah, this is... Yeah, no matter, like, they say whatever your past was, it doesn't matter. That's why a criminal could be here. Your status in a hereditary role supersedes everything else, which is probably why they could not include a Inquisitor, because that one, probably is an even higher calling. Let's see. Why am I aboard this vessel? Why have I been brought here? Lord Captain, strange title for the Lady Theodora. No, we're not going with that one. You have a curious title, Master Whispers. What are your responsibilities? Tell me about the one whose ship I found myself. There is another candidate. I assume you hold a role in mind you decide to seek. Assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let's go with that one.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora.
Oh, we skipped ahead a little bit.
I imagine
I wanted to go through the other options. This advances things.
and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
I do like the art that they give for, I mean, we look a little bit different, but, aw. I wasn't ready to finish this dialogue, so we'll just have to be careful with, seeing what dialogue advances things. Yeah, we get to move around. Oh, yeah. Movement. Your character... How do we... If we use our controller, how does it work? Let's see. Move your character by clicking LMD on the screen. And yeah, we can just advance. We can just click it, and our character is going to go there, and that's probably how we're going to do it. What do we got? We got a pistol, stub revolver. What is this? Inventory. Probably don't have a whole lot right now. Usable. Okay, nothing we could really do here. Can I take off this stupid fucking hat? Oh, map. Oh, that's our, I guess, our journal. Formation. Oh, which way our party could advance. All right. Oh. Hello? Uh-oh. That's a problem. Oh, we just zoomed out way too far. Alright, there we go. Alright, I think we got it now. Let's follow.
I always have a backup plan.
Interactable objects. Some objects in the game can be interacted with in a special way. They are marked with specific icons. Okay, I guess maybe grab, investigate, and leave. Some icons allow you to study objects, while others will transfer your character to neighboring locations or launch small events. These icons become visible when your character is standing close enough to interact with them. Click at LMB on the icon to perform associated actions. Some interactive... Hold tab to highlight object your characters. Oh, okay. I'm sure we'll forget about that, but whatever. Crew officer, crew officer, crew officer, technomat, deck enforcer, and a worker. Hey, engineer, Adeptus Mechanicus, guys! I think. Massive conference table, obviously crafted from real wood, a resource incredibly valuable aboard a spaceship. Yep, real wood. Hard to come by. It's a rare commodity. Sacred mechanism has been interfered with due to reverence. Without due reverence, the duration of the data processing cycle has tripled. Oh, somebody fucked with the computer, and that's why these guys are here being like, what the fuck happened to this thing? Lay people interfering with the operation of the sacred mechanism disturbs the machine spirit. In the name of the Omnicide, refrain from any further profane acts. Ah, that's right. Machinery is sacred.
I always keep my options open.
Anything else? Let's see what the Technomat's up to. Praise be to the machine god, Tech Enforcer. If I see you raise your head again, I'll hand you over to the tech priest for servitorization. What? Raise your head again? Damn. Remember his hard work, bowing his head in fear of avoiding even looking at you. Oh, you must not look at our, how graceful we are, our, holy presence. Am I going the right way? Noble guest. How long do you have to wait for an audience? How many days has it been? How long do you have to wait for an... Oh, they're sycophants. May his will strengthen my heart. May my humble deeds be for the benefit of humanity. I'm even going the right way, though. Oh, yep, there he is. Okay, do I have to open the door? I guess I don't talk to him.
One of the Fon Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps
Ooh.
you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Uh-oh. What's happening to... Oh, no! Servitors, run amok!
The servitors have gone berserk!
Why cower? Just flee! Wait, why am I saying just flee? Shoot the damn thing or I'll shoot you instead. That's how that works.
No mercy to those who oppose Fon Valencius.
Let's see. You have been ambushed. The battle begins. To survive in the grim darkness of the far future, we have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. These hints and tutorials familiarize you with the combat system? Okay. Oh, I guess, yeah, just start the battle. Damn! One-hitter quitters up in this place. All battles in the game are turn-based and take place on a grid. On their turn, a character can move. Okay. Select a cell within the highlighted area and double-click to move the character to there. Movement points determines how far a character can move on their turn. 1 MP corresponds with 1 cell on the battlefield. Moving diagonally is more costly. Every second diagonal uses 2. Ooh. At the beginning of each turn, movement points are restored to their maximum value. Note that one character starts moving, this action can no longer be canceled. Let's look at our abilities first. Cooldown to Commissar's next single shot or single target made attacks apply the following effects. The target becomes marked. Okay. And what about this? For 1 round. How many times do we get to do this? Cooldowns, 1 round. Okay. So we should do this all the fucking time. Let's try this. Do better! Well, I'm not ready to end our turn yet. Can we... How many actions we got? We got 1 pistol. Reload. Can we shoot? Oh, I guess we got a little ahead of ourselves. To make attacks and use abilities in combat, a character must spend action points or AP. This their total is displayed on the panel on the screen. Okay. Every attack or ability has this. Okay. To attack first, click LMB, that's map button on the single target icon on the weapons panel on the bottom. However, the cursor over the cursor of the enemy, a twitch will appear showing your chances of hitting that enemy. Okay. Yeah, click left mouse button on enemy to fire. The amount of damage your character deal depends on the parameter they're using. Depending on the jump. Certain McGillies in this game are considered attack actions and can only be used once per turn, less effective by... Okay. So that was 1 AP. And which one is movement? Which one is that one's movement. This, okay, these are actions. Got it.
It's as good as done.
Missed. Well, fuck. Character just missed. To increase the chance to equip your character with a decent weapon and place them on a vantage point. Ooh, abilities and talent. What's abilities and talents can improve weapon skill. Okay, got it. For improved marksmanship, learn talents, perception, and increase the perception. Okay, we have pretty decent perception.
On it.
Probably should have did that first, but we're done now. What's end? I think X. Damn it! You're supposed to do better.
I refuse.
Oh, I can't. Oh. What happened to my pistol? Can I not shoot anymore? I have no physical weapon. Why don't I have a gun? What happened? Something goofy happened that I don't understand.
I won't stand for it.
Why don't I have a gun anymore?
I won't compromise my principles.
Once per combat. Yeah, that's what I should start with.
I refuse. I won't stand for it.
Why don't I have a gun anymore? I'm what? No, why don't I have a gun? Well, I'm gonna die, so... What the heck happened to my gun? Yeah, what happened to it? Did it... Yeah, why can't... wait. I still have it, right? No, seriously, what the fuck? That's weird.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
And why can't I? I'm out of... I still have AP. Alright, so I can't attack. I can't move after I attack. This guy's characters with melee weapons block. The ability to perform attacks with ranged weapons. Okay.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Here's melee weapons block adjacent enemies' ability to perform attacks with ranged pistols and shotguns are the exception. This rule is required at point blank range. Hey, help has finally arrived. No one is allowed to enter premises. Got it.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
I got the feeling I'm gonna need a bodyguard, man. As Whistles gives you a curt bow. You can use the map. M. Okay, so I guess this is where we need to go. Let's take a look around. Can we loot bodies? Bars and Trevor's head are still smoldering. It would seem the cause of the malfunction was a short-circuiting of the motivation force.
Keep your wits about you.
Well, let's look at the stuff. Tarantula sentry gun constructed with the blessing of the Adeptus Mechanicus using a standard template. Okay, it's just some stuff. Let's take a look. What's over here? Violet alloy, whose upon close turns out to be a handcrafted object, symbolizes card with a primitive tool are visible on the surface. So it's the alien relic. Black shard resembling obsidian. Looks closely, you can discern a strange, barely perceptible glow inside the artifact. Wow. Okay, so yeah, for some reason, we have to read those things fast.
Let us not dawdle.
Am I going the right way? At the end of this corridor, or am I supposed to... It doesn't really tell me where I have to go. Like, there's not like a icon that says like, oh, this is where you need to be. Shit. I get the feeling I'm going the wrong way. Let's go back.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Okay, I came from over here, right? So we want to go over here. Or maybe not. Your ladyship, do not worry. Every threat has been eliminated. Got it. Okay, so I was going the right way.
I always have a backup plan.
Good for you. Let's take another good look at the ship. Like, we started off over there, I think? Or is it over here? Yeah, we started out over here, so we're back to this spot. The Grand Void Ship Temple occupies the entire space below the officer's deck and is lit by countless candles and lumens.
I always keep my options open.
Mo, Tech Priest! What's up, Tech Priest? Technically, for a machine, plasticity is required. A vox casting to initiate the consecration of unguents and the preparation of whatever. Tech priest doing tech priest shit.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Oh. Are we doing heresy here?
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Okay, who is who here? Who is talking? Survey the room. I am here to speak with Lord Captain. Listen in silence. Ooh. You know what? I feel we're combat girl, so we should look around the room, make sure nothing is goofy. Your first impression of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted in a slight arc, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von features appear as they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference between her and Edelthrad. I am boss bitch and underling. Next to the two of them, you see two more men. One is gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapon.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
1 second candidate. The dry female voice and the powerful feelings of being watched force you to look at Theodora, the rogue trader, looking straight at you, and her gaze, like herself, is predatory and aggressive.
Consider this hypothetical situation.
Oh.
Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits and protect those who offer them sacrifices.
Are they chaos?
Flights of fancy, you might say. But attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
So we are being tested. Your character's skills reflect their knowledge and capabilities. Some dialogue automatically initiate passive skill tests. If such a test succeeds, new information will be revealed or hidden dialogue option will be unlocked. If your character is traveling with allies, the party members with the highest score in the applicable skill is selected for each pass. Okay. Lore Warp succeeded. Lore Xenos succeeded. What else we got? So we got a lot of options now. Could be, Those spirits could well be the natives' a name for dangerous aliens. I would first verify that it is indeed the case, and the population of engages in xeno worship. Ooh, Ion 6. Lore Warp succeeded. There are ways to confirm whether what is happening on Ion 6 is witchcraft or not. It might cost several seconds to do so, but it will give us the answer. I'm a former commissar. I would continue sending in more people, one crew after another, until someone succeeded in their service to humanity. Yep, more bodies. There's reports of spirits certainly sound like evidence of heresy. However, I would put my interest first. No matter what means I would have to use, the riches around would be mine. They must be purged for the good of the Imperium. I shall exterminate their heretical beliefs. That's more of like the. I feel like the Commissar would be the most class one. Yeah, this is the more, I don't know. I just don't know. That's probably not the good answer. I shall exterminate the, yep. This is like the Ecclesiarchy answer. But yeah, we'll go with one of these lore 60s ones. Yeah, they might be, we have to check to see if they engage in Xeno worship. That doesn't really help our problem, though. You know, we'll go with this one. Get rid of the Xenos. We shall not suffer the Xeno to live.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Well, we made an impact.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence.
Ooh, let's see. I'm going to try it to a simple question, which, as I understand, was still more than you could do. The catty response. We are both servants of the God Emperor and Lady Theodora. Does it become anyone of our status to engage in petty feuds? I find your tone most disagreeable, Edelthard. You will kindly alter the manner in which you address me, or else you will regret the consequences. Ooh, the threat. Shut your mouth, Edelthard, before I decide to shut it for you. Basic threat. Do we go with the catty response, or shut the fuck up? Or shut the fuck up, but in a more interesting way? You know, no, we're going to put this person down. Hey, I answered the simple question, which was better than you could do. We're still better than you, Edelhard.
Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
Upstart? Hey, aren't I the heir apparent here?
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness.
Yeah.
Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
I like that. That is a pretty good way of saying, "Oh, you're so hot, I forgot what I was doing." It's a suck up move, but it's an eloquent suck up move. Now, go run away, bitch, with your tail between your legs.
So, why are you here?
There are questions that I wish to have answered. I do not yet know yet. Hey, you were the one that sent for me.
You have seeded the opening that was offered to you in a woeful display of meekness.
Ooh!
This tendency is equally strong in all who toil in the Emperor's service. Immutable hierarchy, absolute obedience, lick-spitlery, compulsion to please. I value none of these things. From the moment my envoys came for you, the terms of your
Interesting. Oh, how about that? She says, "Hey, you the one that sent for me. Hey, you could have made." She's basically saying you could have made an impression, but you just. All right, fine. But that does actually make sense for her, for our Dominique here. She basically, yeah, she's just so used to obedience. Yeah, that would be the bad part of being a commissar. You're the whole thing. You're trained to be obedient, and that's not necessarily valuable as a rogue trader.
My name is Theodora von Valancia Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all.
Okay, what is the warrant of trade? Because that is not something I'm familiar with. A secret relic, a document that affirms the preeminent rights of a rogue trader throughout the galaxy. Let's see. That's the warrant grants not only permission to travel beyond the Imperium's borders, but license to deal with pirates, mutants, or Xenos if needed. Rogue traders use the warrant of trade to conquer or colonize newly discovered planets or to gain exclusive trade rights with newly discovered cultures. Ah. The holy document of trade.
It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with Fon Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
One of? Does that mean there are other heirs? Yeah, she likes assertive language. She doesn't like she likes pointed questions, essentially.
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board.
Ooh.
But you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Ethelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate.
So we'll be at each other's throats. And we already started off great.
Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Ooh. Interesting. Let's see. I'm ready to take on a secret duty. It's all sudden. Yeah, these are both really shit answers. Let's see. If you're satisfied with Edelgrad, then what sense is there having this conversation? She's basically already answered that. Yeah. Why? Yeah, that's a bad one because she's like, yeah, you may not be fit for captain, but you have there might be a good purpose for you anyway, even if you're not going to be the leader of all this. Let's see. Did I hear you correctly? The Master Whispers is related to you.
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name Fon Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least.
Oh, he's going down a bad path. Well, let's see. I don't like how she is saying this. Thank you for clarifying. May I ask the questions now? That's like asking permission. But you know what? I guess that's a good one.
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Navigator translations? What are these things you speak of? Well, we already know that. A navigator is a special special kind of psyker that can, navigate the ship. Let's see, sanctioned noble mutant whose genes allow them to safely. Yep. I already got that. An incident took place at the officer's deck. Some servitors went berserk and attacked the crew. Is that below her station? Let's say this one.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
She doesn't really care.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Harumph. Abelard.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
What are cogitators? A type of digital computer. Ah. Hey, Valerian! Oh! You just woke up. Well, get your coffee. How are you doing? Oh, wow. Yeah, late start. 12. Get lunch. Or brunch. Ooh, brunch would be good. Let's see. And why didn't my blurb play? What's going on? There should be blurbs playing. I should be hearing the drunk Valerian sound thing. Anyway, let's ask her what my current responsibilities are. Ah, there we go. Ah! The blurb didn't play, but tits are working at full speed.
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelstein.
Run for the road. Well, get that coffee, girl.
Comes, consider yourself my aid.
Ah, we're the gopher for now until she has something good for us. Well, I will whip your workers into shape, perhaps literally. Gracious Lord Captain, sure there are ways I can prove myself as a worthy heir. This is very groveling, and that's not very Dominique to me. But where's our ship headed?
The Rycad system, the domain of roguetrader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor.
Well, we shall see.
I set the course for Rycad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
So she is following someone's orders. She just doesn't want us to know who. And she's like, oh, well. Let's see if she appreciates this.
You can start by not asking questions.
Yeah.
I have no need
Yeah.
for sycophants. I will draw my conclusions when an opportunity to prove yourself arises. As for when you will be granted that opportunity, only the God Emperor knows.
Yep, I kind of figured that would be, she wouldn't like that one. So yeah, don't pick every dialogue option. Just what you think you need to say to get your point across. Got it.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
All right, I will tell other people to do their jobs, and that will impress you. It's already bad. Are these more servitors?
Challenges make the spoils that much sweeter.
God, I've been ambushed how many times? All combatants act in turns, and their order is determined by initiative roll. Okay, the order. Blah, 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 blah. I got it. Start the battle.
I can handle this.
Go get him, Abelard.
One fewer target.
Damn! That's a cleave.
Stay vigilant. To the heretics.
Well, they're way more powerful than I am.
My ears are ringing.
All right. Use cover to avoid enemy attacks. Cover that a character can hide behind as marked with a shield. Okay. Or a shield with a skull. When standing close to them, the character will automatically take up an advantageous position. In that case, the chance that enemy attacks will hit you, the cover, and not the character behind it increases. Okay. When I receive bonus of attack from a side, okay. Well, it obviously wants me to go there.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Alright, how many actions do I have? At all costs, cooldown, once per combat, that is good.
I won't compromise my principles.
Oh, can I,
I refuse.
okay, how does this work?
My gut tells me.
Unavailable.
Bad idea.
Alright, fine.
I'll make it happen. You never stood a chance.
And I guess that's the end of the combat.
Out of my way.
Do I have to be, like, right next to them or something?
Serve the ruinous power.
Oh, these are heretics now. They're not servitors.
Brace yourself, Abelard. I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Reduced to dust. Weapon at the ready. For the glory of the Imperium.
Okay, how do I buff somebody? Because it is kind of confusing. Yeah, within a 10-cell radius, I guess they don't count as a friendly. I guess they're not technically in my party, so maybe that's it. So yeah, right now I can't do a whole lot besides shoot.
Your end was inevitable.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive.
Damn. Ooh, your characters receive a temporary positive effect from an ally. Such effects enhance your character's capabilities in combat in some way. To learn more about the effect, you can hover the cursor over the effects icon next to your character's portrait. Where? What icon? Whatever.
Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
What are your orders?
Mort has gone to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Got it. Oh. Okay, so my character portrait. They said that
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
it said I had a buff, but I don't. Oh wow. Is there anything good around here that I can get? Any drops from the enemies? It appears no.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
All right. Let's take a look at our quest real quick. It looks like we're having an ad coming up, so Leah, we're gonna take a break real quick. Ugh. Hold on, features, archetypes at all costs. Yeah, we have no items we can get at right now. Okay. So we'll go here and we'll be back in a few minutes.
I'm so drunk I can barely see. Blood and health me get through another day.
All right, we are back. Let's go prove our worth to these people. Oh, is this the right way? What can I interact with? Am I going the wrong way now? Where am I supposed to be going? I could have sworn I saw Mortier go off in this direction. The officer's deck is under attack by an unknown enemy. So-called arch-militant Mort has left a clear way to lift leading to the upper decks. The officer has not returned yet, so it is time. All right, yeah, that's okay. So I was going the right way. It's this way, but how do I do anything? Do I press a button?
There's money to be made.
How do I use the elevator? This technology befuddles me. No, seriously, what? Is there another elevator? Could have sworn I saw him go this way.
Let us not dawdle.
Seriously, is there? There's nothing's highlighted. Okay, that's maybe in the map. Okay, yeah, we're on the upper decks. Okay, I could have sworn Mort went in this direction.
I always have a backup plan.
Like, the map doesn't really help out much because it doesn't give me any indication about where I'm supposed to be going. Okay, officer's deck. Where is the officer's... I mean, I'm already on the officer's deck, aren't I? No, I'm on the upper deck. I need to go to the officer's deck. Well... Which way did... Is that more... Okay, Mort did go this way. The heretic's body is riddled with hose, an improvised single shotgun, lies smoking. Ooh. Can I get that gun?
Keep my options open.
Keep firing, you oafs, no cowering nor hiding. Hey, that's a person who's after my own heart. Alright, let's go find Mort, shall we? I'm sure it's still Mort tutorial. Mort tutorial. He's got a cool gun.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort's gonna die. He doesn't have a portrait.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Mort pulls his Vox from... Oh, okay. Oh, they're already back up to us.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. Lieutenant. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
Answer everything already!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
A mutiny, but who would attempt a mutiny here in the warp? Well, Chaos would probably do that. I mean, it's in their, we're kind of like in their, you know, general territory. Mutiny against the Emperor's anointed to execute the traitors, every last one of them. Must provide immediate assistance to those still in the middle of decks. Perhaps we might stop this wave from spreading. That's actually a solution. I'll go with 3. Because that's, they don't matter, but you know what? That might solve the problem.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once.
Uh-oh.
Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
Oh, he's a psyker? That's a problem.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on transitional deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle.
Yeah!
To remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
And she looks at me.
Lord Captain. Transitional deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance. And if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the house as the esteemed arch-militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Are you bowing out, Conrad?
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
And see, I cannot promise that I won't lose our dearest heir somewhere along the way. Ha. I hear and obey, Lord Captain. I shall do everything in my power. This seems more practical.
Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out. Mort, come.
I see. Okay, that was the bad answer. It sounded good, but it's more about... no, you just fucking do it. I hear and obey was what she wanted to hear. Got it. Interesting.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
I promise, since I am a more important person here, you can go in front. You better not fail me. Lord Captain made it clear that relying on you is fraught with risk.
I see you have quickly earned Lady Theodora's trust. If she is already sharing her closely guarded secrets with you. But that is no longer relevant.
He pales at your words, but you cannot tell if it is because of shame or fury. Something hits you hard with a sharp crackle, and you are consumed by unbearable, gut-wrenching pain. Oh, traitor! Ah, traitor! So he is the bad guy. So I should have said, hey, you go in front of me. I'm more important than you. I thought that would be too cowardly.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. She has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber, and for that, I need her breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see.
Great. You're the one behind this in the mayhem. Well, that's obvious. What is the meaning of this? What do you hope to gain? I feel is the more appropriate one. But so far, my instinct for dialogue options has failed me quite spectacularly. But you know what? We'll go with one. What is it? Well, you already told us what he wants to gain.
You must have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you.
I'm overthinking my answers sometimes.
Room of the Warren Chamber. This void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred warrant of trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
Ah, I like this one. What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel? I have no intention of helping you. I will help you as long as you spare my life. No. Wait, let me join you. We can take the warrant from Theodora together. Ooh. That's heresy right there. Yeah, we're going with number 2.
On the contrary, the warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Why are you doing this?
Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my master sent me for.
Okay, so you are taking orders from someone else. I have no intention of helping you.
I am afraid that you have no choice in the matter. Try to resist, and I will demonstrate the power that the warp holds over mortals. Come to think of it, I might even take some pleasure in doing so.
I will do as you require, but I'll find a way. Nope. To the void with you. Oh, the blade flashes in dim light and drops of blood appear in your palm. For a brief moment, you feel nauseous. Your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts or replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate, to the gate, to the gate, to the gate. By the voice, get out. I am not your puppet. Yeah, we're gonna fight this. We're a commissar of the Imperium. That we will not tolerate any heresy, from within or without. Voices in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step forward toward the gates looming at the center of the chamber. You're wounded by the corrupted weapon, which led to a warp energy invading your mind. Ooh. Heresy! Oh, we cannot fight it. Oh, that's a bummer. We had no choice there. Okay, let's see. Skill test in dialogues. One of the available dialogue options requires making a skill test. Unlike the passive tests, which are made automatically, in this case, you can decide whether or not to select an option. The consequences of it, which will depend on the result of success. Success or failure affects how dialogue develops. Depending on the context, you might change the course of the conversation, alter the character's attitude, perform an action whose consequences will only become apparent later. Hover your cursor over the dialogue option requires a skill test. Okay. Yeah, okay. I know how skill test works. Okay, in the Gateway Arch, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front. Yep, it's probably a person. That's probably a person in a container, or a brain in a container. As you approach, the torso switches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The Sentinel turns its head to you as one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Examine the device. Yeah, it's 100% success rate. You carefully inspect the design of the cogitator, which immediately catches your eye is a strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect there might be some kind of Archotech relic, an incredible, rare, powerful piece of technology. Okay. Gain 20 experience. Oh, cool. The servitor on the gate begins to move. With screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawl shriek much wider than the jaw of a living human could. Servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in a dim light. The vid screen on the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. This runs through your consciousness. Okay. Insisting, demanding, sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Vogver wounded you with the blade did not go away. On the contrary, the source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere at the depths of your mind. Look for anything that could be used as a weapon. You look around, hopes of finding that could be used as a weapon. You're searching in vain. The chamber Antrim is completely empty and in a perfect working condition. An area, broken panel, or a protruding piece of rebar in sight. Examine the Sentinel. The servitor looks noticeably different from the ones that you're used to. Its skin covering is stitched together with copper thread and has metal hinges in place of standard joints. It seems that the creators of the Sentinel did everything to ensure the service life of this unit would be much longer than that of an ordinary automaton. Look back.
Forget something. I suggest you hurry.
So I have no way out of this. Yep. So yeah, the servitor bites my hand and sinking my hand. Ow, that hurts. A few dark drops of blood fall from the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming. Yep. Okay. Can we do anything? Several long minutes pass. Sentinel's jaws remain closed, and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you would catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Ooh. This seems like the best answer. Yeah, you do not understand where this quiet voice is coming from. Crackling like static. It is the Sentinel, the cogitator. It is a figment of your weary mind. Whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word. Yes, yes, yes. I do require assistance. Let's see. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do you any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Yeah! Nice. The machine was like, oh, something is wrong here. Okay.
There is still another way.
Right to blood to check the warrant chamber. Why would it even open? That's insane! Why would the fucking door open? Warrant chamber has opened its doors for the Destiny Heir. It is time to make sure the sacred trade is safe. Well, it's less safe now. That made no sense.
Keep your wits about you.
Can I close the door at least? Oh, the enormous gates match the importance of the thing that they protect. The massive doors are made. Okay. That's a big document. Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade and bestow upon them their destiny to be the paragon of humanity broken by adversity, to walk bravely into the first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost. To triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, and to walk steadily to the road of thorns, to pain, and blah, blah, blah.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
Okay, so it's a servitor skull. I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora. She wants me to fix the problem myself, I think.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Second after second pass, you realize the service skull will not answer you. Ah.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Faster! Restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I'm trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Oh, upper decker.
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating
Ah.
with subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
So it's my personal announcement horn.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Okay, as the game story unfolds, you will see notifications at the top of the screen indicating that the status of your current objective has been updated and that new information has been added to your journal. You can open the journal by pressing J. Okay, so how to use the journal. The rumors in contract section also contain important information. You will learn more about them later. Okay, journal entries help you keep track of current events. Okay, it's a journal. Okay, we already did that.
Is there money to be made?
I may have to redo some of this because I don't like the way my character sounds. I feel bold is more appropriate for her because... well. God, I just keep getting jacked up more and more, don't I? Oh, heretics.
Run, fools, or fall.
Yeah, help! Can I get one of them?
Mistress? Whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Conrad, this is good, but it might be revealing too much. We parted ways on the officer's deck. He stunned me somehow and brought me here. Okay, that's stupid because he did kill some traitors in front of me. Yeah. With number one. He intended to take revenge on Theodore for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of that plan. He's clearly serving unholy gods of the warp. Yeah. I'm going with number 2.
Serving the gods of the war. Kunrad is a heretic. Oh, Voidfair, you void rat. Madness. And this mutiny is likewise his doing, no doubt.
So it would seem, but he is not here. And we have a mutiny to end. For a mere, what is it, Sense Skull? Whatever the hell that is. You are asking too many questions. Nah, that's too, kind of, you openly... So it would seem, but he is not here, and we have a mutiny to end.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
Keep our eyes on the prize.
That is easier said than done, of course. But seeing one of Lady Theodora's heirs alive inspires at least some degree of optimism. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense.
Yay!
Here.
I got good shit now. While fighting, your character can lose some of their wounds. Your character has suffered an injury after being attacked by Kunrad. This happens when a character receives damage that exceeds 50% of their maximum wounds. Within one round. Ooh. The exact percentage of wounds a character must lose for this to happen may vary depending on difficulty of the game. Okay. Injuries reduce your character's resolve. When a character initially suffers an injury, it is considered a fresh injury during the first 3 rounds. Once the 3 rounds have passed, a fresh injury becomes an old injury. A fresh injury can be healed using a medkit without passing any skill tests. Old injuries can be healed with a medkit, but they require character administering the treatment to pass. So yeah, take care of it quick if you can. Restore wounds and heal injuries. Note that when a character loses all their wounds, they fall loses all of their wounds. Okay. Once combat is over, the wounds of a party member are replenished automatically, but any injuries, okay, yep, they will be sustained. Those can be healed with a medkit. Medkits can only be used by a character. It has field medic feature, base skill, Medicaid, or have taken advantage of at least one. Whenever a character uses a medkit and bam, Evlar can heal your character's injury. Okay. You've gotten new items. All items are added to your inventory. You can open by pressing I or clicking on the icon. Okay. Oh god, so much. To equip new weapons and armor, open your inventory from. Okay. Your parameters the item. Hover your cursor over the icon and wait for the information window to appear. Okay. You can switch between party members using the arrows on the inventory screen. Okay. So we got this guy too. We got a sword and we got a stub revolver and we got gloves. Armored body glove. I guess it doesn't really appear, which is kind of a bummer. It's light armor. Didn't we get gloves too? Yeah, cool-ish sword. Okay, so this is our secondary equipment. Got it. So now we actually can do stuff. And how do we heal?
I won't stand for it.
Cannot be equipped by this character. Okay.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
I owe you a debt.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on.
Well, my personal one says we have to go somewhere.
That is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
Okay. I heard one of Theodora. Yeah, this seems the most important one.
Lady Theodorus. Which one? The last one I received was about the navigator's sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course.
Yeah, how did you find me, though?
You sent me a Vox message, specifically a Voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing?
I think the Warren Sentinel may have sent the message. It appears when I open the chamber.
Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort.
Am I going nuts then?
The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
Okay, so something weird is happening. Okay. What can we expect to find in the Navigator's Sanctum?
During warp transit, the Sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the Navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the Sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the Immaterium. Only a Navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death.
And he does not give a shit. All right, for the Imperium and humanity, lead the way.
Come.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward.
For the Emperor!
Your demise is already calculated.
Begins with a tactical phase. Geez, so much. During which characters cannot attack or take actions, but may try to take up advantageous positions. Okay, so we got ambushed. You don't get to do that in ambushes. Select the character by clicking. Press space. Okay. Red cells are areas inaccessible to the character. During tactical phase, each character in the party may move up to their maximum movement potential, but cannot position themselves adjacent to an enemy. Alright, well, we're not ready to start the battle. Is there... Okay, well, this won't help us out too much, because, I mean... Like... that's not where they're coming from. And I don't want to... I mean, that would corner us, but... Whatever. I mean, they're not going to shoot us from over there, are they? Yeah, there doesn't appear there to be any actual cover here. Okay, you're in front of me. You're the tanky boy. The combat abilities of characters differ depending on their archetypes. Available abilities are located at the bottom of the screen. Read the full description ability. Alright, okay, cool. I get to go first, huh? Okay, probably I should have been closer.
I'll see to it personally. Who if not me?
Okay, I'm trying to figure out the health of these things, so that's going to take some time.
Death to non-believers!
I am your doom.
Oh my god. Charge is a unique warrior ability that works only when you are using melee weapons and is not considered an attack action. Use charge to close the distance between you and the enemy and deal damage. Okay, click left mouse button on the ability icon and choose the direction to charge. If an enemy is in the direct path of charge, Albert will attack them and will still be able to use an attack action. Note the charge can only be used if a character is 2 or more cells away from their target. Oh, so this actually was pretty good. This character using a melee weapon. Melee attacks require the character to be adjacent to the enemy to make melee attacks. Okay. Like single shots, melee attacks hit automatically and will not need to roll. The enemy will try to dodge and parry the attack if they are using a melee weapon of their own. Melee weapons can be used to make okay. Okay. Charge. Okay, attacks of opportunity. The characters with melee weapon can make attack of opportunity if an opponent in an adjacent cell initiates movement. Is also triggered by some ability. If okay, so yeah, don't move away.
I will do my duty.
Okay, I failed.
Victory is imminent.
Death to the weak! Chaos guides me! Ah!
Nice parry. Ah! Wait, what? Friendly fire. Be careful. Companions can get hurt by your burst attacks. Okay. Keep an eye on the trajectory. Got it.
On it. I refuse. I won't compromise my principles.
Okay, I can't do anything else right now.
I won't stand for it.
Oh, you're over here. I didn't see you there.
Reduced to dust. I'm not interested.
Okay, they're done. The order in which actions are taken in combat matters. Your character can only move around the battlefield before they take an action. Once a character attacks, they lose their... Yeah, okay, I got that. Okay, I gotta cleave too. Is there a better hit chance? 100%. You can advance level of your character and companions prevailing in exploring their corners. Okay. Level up.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Looks like I can't go that way, so we gotta go this way. Let's see, available skills. At this archetype rank, it is possible to increase a character's skill. The higher the skill score, the easier it will be to pass corresponding skill test. I can only pick one of them. Okay. Okay, so we could go persuasion or commerce. Business sense and their ability to make profitable bargains. We're going persuasion. Manipulate other people through negotiation. Okay, so these are the advised ones. Let's take a look at this guy. Athletics or carouse? Well, we don't know how bad poisons or alcohol are going to be here. Let's go with athletics. Yeah, I want him in front. I am the,
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
I know how to take risks.
Shouldn't he be coming with us? What's going on here? Oh, collecting loot. Defeat enemies have no further need for their former belongings, but you can discover valuable trophies among them. Ah. Trophies on the right side of the trophy window. Go to your inventory. Such items can be used. You equip to your character. Trophies on the left are... trophies on the left are packed up as cargo and sent to your ship, which can be later be used for trade. You can move trophy. Okay. To cargo to inventory. Swords. Hey, we could dual wield if we wanted to, I guess. An Alagi pistol. Ow, ow, ow. Well, that's a shittier pistol than what I currently have. How about for you? You could have that. How about this? For your chainsword, yeah, chainsword's gonna be better. At least a little bit. Okay, did I do that right? Okay. Okay, now you're supposed to be in front of me, aren't you? I'm talking, of course, to Conrad here, or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't think it's actually Conrad.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Here is the map of your void ship. It consists of several parts between which you could travel. Some parts are not yet available, but over time, your character will be able to access them. Okay. So, is this where I am? Ah, okay. Uh-oh, a psyker's having a bad day.
I hear it here on the threshold of the blinded guide. Doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
At least she's sort of on our side.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard.
Abelard, yeah.
How they sing.
Okay, this girl clearly needs a bolter to the brain.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
Let's see. The entry in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper. It crawls. It claws, skip against the walls of your mind, as if the presence is trying to hide from the seer standing before you. Ooh. So whatever is in my brain, isn't happy that she's around. A diviner, aren't you?
Voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are Von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
She should have been fed to the Emperor.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Maybe he'll have an accident.
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
I don't know. This one doesn't matter. What are we doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Enginseer Prime is...
Oh no! Everybody's dead!
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless names.
You are enjoying this way too much, lady.
Among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
We must see if the navigator is well.
No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity.
Well, try to clean up the water that's dripping from you, lady. You're very wet about all this.
Here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Okay, she has joined the party, which now consists of several characters. To select one character, okay. Let's see. How do we want this operation to be ordered? Yeah, it makes sense for her. I'm more durable than her, probably.
I always have a backup plan.
All right, let's keep going, folks. So far, pretty linear, but I mean, that makes sense. This door does not budge. Clots of viscous flesh have entangled the metal, sealing the door shut. Ooh, that's bad. Oh, is this where we want to go? Hurry, destroy the field. Don't keep our master waiting. Evil heretic right there. Undaunted by enemies, many even no one can prevail over the true servants of the Imperium who have already given their lives. Okay.
Let us not dawdle.
Here we go again. Your emperor won't save you.
Let's see. I'll go there. You go here. There are two. I don't know if cleave will work on you. All right.
Let's get to it.
Stop it! Such is the will of chaos.
Ow.
Chaos guides me.
Okay, you can use a hologram to gauge the effectiveness of your intended actions in combat before taking them. Oh my god, so many instructions. Click left mouse on the accessibility cell on the battle to place the character's hologram there. Select an ability or a single shot attack to see the expected outcome. The action will... That seems like cheating. Okay. My turn first.
It's as good as done.
Okay, well, he'll kill that one. Let's shoot this dude back here.
I'll see to it personally.
Oh god. Idara is a psyker and an operative. As an operative, she can study opponents and identify their weaknesses, and her psycho abilities allow her to deal damage to them. Enemy analysis is an operative ability which applies the exploit effect to all enemies within the operative's line of sight. At the start of each of the operative's turns, the operative can also use the ability against a specific enemy to inflict several stacks of this effect. The higher the operative's intelligence bonus is, the more exploit stacks will be inflicted. Whenever the operative hits a target with an exploit, okay. Soul's weakness is an operative ability which they can use against a single enemy who is under their exploit effect. This ability reduces the enemy's dodge, parry, and armor. Okay. Is armed with special staff that allows the Psyker to unleash psychic power against an enemy. In the future, you encounter stabs that only a Psyker versed with certain discipline can use. For example, okay. Let's see what we could have here do. Increases the target's dodge and parry. Oh, so that's a buff. Psychic Shriek deals to the target. Okay, that's an action, but that's 2 AP. Immediately gains 2 exploits. It's only that one. Nobody else is in my line of sight, and everything else would be a...
Anything else?
Okay.
On it. My pressure has failed.
Whoa! Fuck. Well, we'll see what happens after this combat. Not what I meant to do. That was dumb of me. Oh well.
It will be done. I will do my duty. Out my way.
So is she dead or is she just, yeah, she's knocked out. Can I? Okay, can't do anything. He's out of my line of sight.
Who, if not me? I'll see to it personally.
Miss. Okay. Well, that's all for you. She has to get up. Okay.
I took care of this one.
All right. And turn. Ow. That was really dumb. I did not mean to do that. Yeah, still trying to figure out how this works. Okay, so this knocks her out.
But of course. Will do.
Well, there we go. The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink, parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily in the air, whistling as it exits through the 2 dark, gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut. The 2 ordinary eyes are as well as the 3rd one that sits in the center of the forehead.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Let's see. What is wrong with him? Give Abelard a pointed look. Ooh, this is a... Let's go with this one.
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Okay, so he's having a bad day. Okay, I kind of wish it would read the whole thing, because otherwise the context of this sometimes is lost. Stirs, barely able to lift his head. Okay, so he's jacked up. The voice is coming from the Vox grill. Okay. You are in need of help. We have to get you out of that chair. No, we probably can't get him out of that chair. So what are our options? What are our options here? Oh, so he's about to fucking go nuts.
It came from beyond. His body is not his.
Let's see. Adira's scream is echoed by the silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of Navigator succumbing. Okay, so the thing in my head is happy. Yeah, so Navigator's like writhing around. He's all being like the girl in The Exorcist at the moment.
Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
Okay, we don't care about him. He's doing his duty. Who cares if he dies? Address Abelard. The Navigator's still alive, but barely so. What do we do now?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Okay.
Vespidus, good luck. And thank you.
He's doing his duty to the last. Does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under his closed eye. The Vox at the base of the chair is billowing out static interspersed with... Okay. Alright, so he's not doing well. Ooh, cool gun. Scrappy auto gun. This is better than her staff, by the way. It's about the same, so that's... Is this a two-hander? Two-handed gun. It's not super good. But we'll put it in there. That's a las gun, huh? Alright. It'd probably be good to give him that. Alright. Let's look at our inventory real quick. You only have a one-handed weapon, so you need a las gun as well, man. Oh, you have an option for a las gun. How about that? You know what? We'll give her the option for a two-handed gun too, but we'll stick with this. Oh, okay, yeah. In comic, a character may use different kinds of weapons, which can be prepared. Okay, we already did that. Open the inventory, prepare the item, switch, press X. Copying weapons in combat does not cost action points. Hey, okay.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Axe! Ooh. Is that better? No, it's not better. But for me, is it better? Armor penetration is better. Ooh, I may have to do that. Let's see, check your stuff. Okay, that goes to cargo. And another axe. Okay, cargo it is.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
I kind of like the axe, but you know what? No. Commissars have swords.
Is there money to be made?
Yeah, I don't like this voice. I think we're going to be redoing some things here.
Look no further.
Do you want something?
All right, let's get all up in here. Go in your proper order. Now, is this where I'm supposed to be going? Door does not budge. Okay. Where do I want to go? Let's look at the map. Do I go on the sides? Yeah, because right now it's all just corridors. It's hard to really figure out where the hell I'm supposed to be going.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh, can we go down there? No, we cannot. Okay, so that's not a way. Oh, a tech priest. Navigator's Sanctum is a private haven, the ship's guide to the... Okay. More tech priests are dead down there. Where the hell can I go?
I always keep my options open.
Piece of debris. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, this is... Officer's deck. All right, let's go to officer's deck. Let's see, and if this isn't the last area, I think we're going to be done for the day. Oh, he should have hid.
Your ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
We got another person?
I shall pity not.
Yeah!
I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these.
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
Yeah, the sororitas has arrived! Cool girl! White-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing, the weapon quivering in her hands. For a brief moment, it seems she is not going to stop, and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you. Hey, I think I'm your boss.
Sister Argenta. Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Oh, she goes blood drunk hard!
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Let's see. Yeah, she needs to know who I am.
The hour is dark and daunting. A ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Argentina gives you another stern appraisal. You catch something strange in the dark depths of her eyes, some internal struggle, or a wordless question. In the end, however, she nods. I'm really not liking that. Yeah, I always appreciate when they have voice acting for the characters, but when they have that and but they don't voice the narration, it gets a little confusing. Like, I kind of wish they would have no voice acting to a certain extent, so I can just read the whole thing, and not like, oh well.
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
No, I'm gonna punch this bitch if she says I'm a traitor again. 3. Do not even think to insinuate that I am one of the traitors. I will not let such an affront slide.
That answer does you credit. Only the truly righteous would be so provoked by the accusation of heresy.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
What is the warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas doing aboard the rogue trader ship? Your orders serve the ecclesiarchy, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain, and that story deserves its own time and conversation, under more appropriate circumstances.
Fair enough.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
What is happening on the officer's deck?
Massacre, my lady. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lady, be on your guard.
We must get to the main hall of the deck.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
Damn right.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
All right, now we got a better member of our crew. And wait, hold on. Did we lose somebody? I feel like we're missing somebody now or something. Oh well. That's how we're gonna do this. Is it okay or would it be better to have her in front? Like, no. Like, isn't she armored? Uneditable formation. Like, I feel like I should be, like, in the middle. Because I'm not a tanky person. Alright, we'll go with this.
The Emperor sets my path.
I always have a backup plan.
Ooh, goods. Ah, food. Okay. What are you? Unsupported item. Alright. Anything else? Anything over here that I should worry about? No, I think we're good. Okay. Let's continue on. This door will not move. Okay,
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
do I have to... Is this... Okay, no, this looks like a door. Door is closed, but the locks will contact. It can probably be opened with the right tool.
I will lead us to fortune.
Okay, that's a new one. We haven't learned about unlocking doors yet. Well maintained stub revolver. Ooh, that's better. Inventory. Okay. You received a new, more efficient weapon for your character to upgrade. You open your inventory. You can either hold. Okay. Yeah, that's. It's not like hugely better, but it is a little bit better. Or we could just do this, you know, dual wield. I don't see that being good unless our character can actually like shoot both in one at the enemy. We'll stick with this. Wait, did I get the... No, I want the good one. We'll give him... That's yeah, the stub revolver is better than the last pistol. What about her? What she got going on? Unfading Valor. It's actually named. So we'll give her that too. Oh, that's great. They show the offhand stuff too on them sometimes. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, they show the one set that is currently active. They don't show them holding both. That's great. Mm.
Suffer not the heretic to live.
Okay, so this will be our last thing we get into before ending for tonight. Ow. Alright, I gotta hide. So we'll hide there. Girl, you can hide here. You get in front. You're also going first, so that'll be good. And you've got some heavy armor on you, don't you, girl? You can go there. Okay, full and partial cover. Got it. Let's see. At all costs. Who's going first? Wait, hold on. Do I just get to do things first, or what?
I'll make it happen.
Or is this a descend?
I'll see to it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was dumb. He was in the line of fire.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Okay. Is there any big old tough guys here?
Anything else? On it.
Oh! Okay, so that's a chain lightning. Interesting. Okay, I didn't read that enough. Change up to 4. Okay, and it can hurt our guys. Friendly fire, remember, is a thing. Argenta is awarded the Adeptus Hortus and a soldier. She is an expert with burst range weapons and weapons that deal damage in an area. Another Argenta's strength is her mobility in combat. Running gun is a unique soldier ability using it grants the soldier movement points. It reduces the cost of their next attack by 1. Their soldier will also suffer a -10 potentially of their ability skill for this attack. Running gun also allows the soldier to perform an additional attack with a ranged weapon. Oh my god. Revel and Slaughter. Okay, we'll figure this out.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
I thought that was run and gun. Well, I guess, like I said, I didn't read it.
For the weak. That is not the Emperor.
Yeah, well, we fucked up again.
My place is at the fore. At your beck and call. Reduced to dust. I'd rather not. It will be done.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature. I refuse. It's as good as done.
Alright.
I'll make it happen.
Damn it.
Will do. But of course. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
God, she hits like a truck. Oh. Dudes. Are they helpful dudes? No, they're not helpful dudes.
Anything else? I bring ruin.
Okay, I'm very confused as to how her abilities work. She can't do anything now?
Not. I refuse.
Okay, now I have... Okay, so she can't shoot if she's near somebody.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Okay, I'm sort of figuring her out.
Death to non-believers.
The glory of my masters!
Alright, you just kill this dude, please.
Indeed. I took care of this one.
Now, this is D&D rules. I should have advantage on this guy.
I'll see to it personally.
Oh, damn it. I keep on using the wrong abilities.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
I keep on thinking that's a charge attack for some reason. I don't know why I think it's that it's a charge. Okay, kill this one over here. Can we? No.
They who discern the
This
future own the battlefield.
one is becoming a bit of an annoyance over here. Wow, I'm still too close for that. Damn, Abelard's taking some hits today.
I'm enraged.
Death to the weak.
A tactically sound approach. I will do like you reduced to dust.
Yeah, go Abelard.
On it.
Alright, can I shoot?
I'll make it happen.
You never stood a chance.
And now I gotta reload.
What is this foreboding?
Okay, foreshadowing. We'll do it on Abelard.
Was it you? Or anything else?
Is there another one?
Guided by faith.
Yeah, just shoot him.
Magic can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Yeah!
Let us not dawdle.
Hey, dudes are showing up. Let's loot some bodies before we finish off for today. Yeah, we don't need all those guns because they're not very good guns. Anybody else? Probably nothing crazy good here.
Hey, what's that?
Alright. Wait, is there any... Ow. Alrighty, I think that's where we're going to end it here for today. We're going to save. I might redo some of these because I'm not... I don't like some of the details that I gave my character, but we'll see what happens. Alright, but that is all for us today. Who are we going to raid into? Well, before we go, though, I would like to remind everyone, in about half an hour, we're going to be watching a Neil Breen movie, Twisted Pair. Now, if some of you may have watched my showing of The Room with Mr. Tommy Wiseau, well, Neil Breen is worse. A lot worse. Tommy Wiseau at least has some self-awareness to, lean into the silliness that his movies have become. Neil Breen doesn't. Neil Breen makes bad movies and he thinks they're awesome. So we're going to be enjoying one of his movies. And I say enjoy very loosely. But anyway, let's take a look at a raid. Oh. Who is currently doing things? And who haven't we rated in a minute? Yeah, I want to. Let's see. No, we've haven't. Let's see. Let's see how Viridian is doing. Yeah, we haven't rated her in the last 30 days because she hasn't been on very much. So yeah, let's give her a raid. Let's start that up right now. She's currently playing some Mario Kart, so the differences are pretty staggering, but who cares? Anyway, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see you guys again. We'll be playing this game sometime next week, so have a good night.